Thinking of visiting Cambodia in 2025? Hold up, don't even book that flight until you hear this. Yes, it's home to ancient temples and that one sunrise photo at Angkor Wat everyone's reposting, but Cambodia is so much more than just jungle ruins and tuk-tuk rides. It's wild, warm, ridiculously underrated, and full of surprises that will either blow your mind or blow your budget if you're not careful. In this video, I'm giving you the full lowdown. Must-know travel tips, sneaky tourist traps, budget-saving hacks, and hidden gems that most travelers miss entirely. Whether it's your first time or your fifth passport stamp, this is your guide to doing Cambodia right in 2025. Let's dive in. 1. Quick overview of Cambodia. Small country, big energy. Cambodia might not be the biggest country on the map, but it packs in more history, culture, and unexpected adventure than most people realize. From the awe-inspiring temples of Angkor to the laid-back river towns like Kampot and the powder-soft beaches of Koh Rong, Cambodia is diverse, scenic, and full of contrast. One minute you're sipping sugarcane juice in a bustling street market. The next you're biking through rice paddies past water buffalo like you're in a travel documentary. And while Thailand and Vietnam get all the flashy headlines, Cambodia in 2025 is quietly having its moment. Post-pandemic tourism is still ramping up, which means fewer crowds, more authentic experiences, and lower prices, especially if you get off the typical tourist trail. The travel vibe here is a beautiful mix of laid-back and slightly chaotic. Think friendly locals, unspoken tuk-tuk rules, and cities where Google Maps is more of a suggestion than a guide. It's not always polished, but that's part of the magic. Cambodia doesn't try to impress, it just does. All right, before you start planning where to go, let's make sure you can actually get in. Time to break down the essentials: visas, money, and survival basics. Essential travel tips for 2025. Visas, Yaosh, and other. Don't learn it the hard way stuff. Let's get the not-so-glamorous stuff out of the way, because nothing kills travel vibes faster than getting stuck at immigration or realizing your card doesn't work. First up, visas. Cambodia offers an e-visa you can apply for online before arrival, and it's super simple. No sketchy embassy visits required. Just make sure you use the official government site, not one of those we totally swear were legit third-party services. You can also get a visa on arrival at major airports like Phnom Penh or Siem Reap, but be prepared with cash and a passport photo. Speaking of cash, Cambodia technically has its own currency, the Cambodian riel, but in reality, US dollars are king. Prices are listed in USD almost everywhere. Small change is often given back in riel, so don't panic if you end up with monopoly-looking money. Just make sure to bring crisp bills. They won't accept torn or faded notes, even if they're totally spendable in the US SIM cards and staying connected. Easy. Grab a SIM at the airport or a local shop. Metphone, Smart, and Cell Card are the big ones, and coverage is surprisingly solid, even on island getaways. It's dirt cheap, and way more reliable than hopping between sketchy hotel Wi-Fi networks. Oh, and Google Translate will be your best friend when you're trying to figure out whether you just ordered grilled frog or pineapple. Pro tip, don't drink the tap water. Stick to bottled or filtered, and bring a reusable bottle to stay hydrated while avoiding plastic overload. Trust me, the last thing you want on your temple tour is a surprise episode of Cursed by the Tap. Alright, now that you've got your survival gear locked in, let's get to the good stuff. Where to go, what to see, and how to make your itinerary not look like every other tourist's Instagram feed. Let's explore Cambodia beyond Angkor. Must-see attractions beyond Angkor Wat. Because Cambodia isn't just one giant temple. Yes, Angkor Wat is epic. Yes, you should 100% go. But if that's all you see in Cambodia, you've basically eaten the appetizer and skipped the main course. The country is stacked with unforgettable places that tourists often miss because they were too busy trying to get the perfect sunrise shot. Let's start with Kampot, a slow-paced riverside town that's the opposite of chaotic. It's famous for its world-class pepper, yes, pepper, gorgeous countryside, and sunsets so peaceful you'll forget to check your phone. Rent a motorbike and cruise past salt fields, cave temples, and locals who still wave at strangers like it's 1997. Then there's Koh Rong and Koh Rong Samluam, Cambodia's answer to the Thai islands, but way less crowded and way more chill. White sand, turquoise water, and beach bungalows that don't require you to sell a kidney. Koh Rong is for the party crowd. Ko Rong Samloem is for hammock naps and reading the same page of a book 6 times because the view is too distracting. Don't sleep on Battambang either. It's got art, history, and the legendary bamboo train, which is basically a wooden platform with a lawnmower engine that sends you flying down the tracks at mildly terrifying speeds. Add in French colonial architecture, riverside charm, and hidden temples, and it's a vibe most tourists miss entirely. Pro tip: if you're feeling templed out, head to Priya Vihir near the Thai border. It's perched on a mountaintop, rarely crowded, and honestly gives Angkor a run for its money. Bonus, the view? Chef's kiss. Okay, so now that you've got the big spots down, let's turn it up a notch. These are the hidden gems that even your guidebook didn't see coming. Ready to go off the grid? Let's go. Hidden gems. Worth finding, because your favorite travel story won't come from a postcard. Spot. Sure, the big names are cool, but the real magic in Cambodia happens when you go just a little off script. These hidden gems? They're the kind of places that make you whisper, "Why is no one else here?" while secretly hoping it stays that way. Start with Kampong Tom's Secret Waterfalls, a place where the crowds are gunning, the jungle is loud, in a good way, and the water is perfect for that "I totally found this by accident" humble brag. Pack a snack, bring your swimsuit, and don't be surprised if a local family invites you to join their picnic. Cambodian hospitality is very real. Next up, head to Phnom Penh's Tuol Tom Pung district, aka Russian market territory. But skip the market itself and wander the back streets. You'll find hidden cafes, indie art galleries, and street murals tucked between old buildings. It's the hipster heart of the capital, and it smells like fresh espresso and fish sauce, in a weirdly pleasant way. And if you want to slow it way down, Takeo is the underrated countryside you didn't know you needed. Rent a bike, cruise past rice paddies, wave at water buffalo, and visit ancient ruins that barely make it onto Google Maps. No crowds, no entry fees, just you and the kind of peace that makes you forget how many emails you're ignoring. Pro tip: for a quieter floating village experience, skip the overhyped Siem Reap ones and visit Kampong Phluk or Kampong Klayang. Fewer tourists, more authenticity, and way less pressure to buy a $10 can of soda from a floating boat. Alright, now that we've gone full explorer mode, let's save you from the dark side. Tourist traps, rookie mistakes, and wallet-wrecking regrets. Buckle up, this next part might just save your trip. What not to do in Cambodia, aka how to avoid getting scammed in flip-flops. Look, we love Cambodia, but like any tourist hotspot, it's got a few traps waiting for the unprepared and overly enthusiastic. So let's make sure you don't walk straight into a $25 tuk-tuk ride or a disappointing, authentic experience that's about as real as a souvenir fridge magnet made in China. First trap: overpriced floating village tours. The ones near Siem Reap? Touristy, crowded, and sometimes exploitative. You'll be told it's a cultural experience, but it often ends with you awkwardly floating past someone's home while being asked to buy instant noodles. Instead, go for lesser-known spots like Kampong Klayang, where people actually live, not just perform for tourists. Second, tuk-tuk price roulette. If you hop in without agreeing on a price, congrats. You're now playing Guess That Fare. Avoid the awkward post-ride negotiations by using Grab, Cambodia's ride app, or agreeing on a price up front. Better yet, ask your hotel or guest house what the real price should be. You'll thank yourself later. Third, the volunteerism trap. Visiting orphanages or signing up for Teach the Children days might sound heartwarming, but it often does more harm than good. Instead, support community-run projects, co-ops, or legit NGOs that aren't just using guilt to make you open your wallet. And finally, don't skip Cambodian food just because it's unfamiliar. Ordering spaghetti bolognese in Phnom Penh is a crime against your taste buds. Try fish amok, beef lok lok, and street noodles that cost less than a latte and taste better than half your life choices. Now that we've protected your wallet, your dignity, and possibly your stomach, it's time to wrap this adventure up and talk about how to actually do Cambodia right. Let's bring it home. Food, culture, and etiquette. Tips: Oi. How to eat, greet, and not accidentally offend someone's grandma. You've seen the temples and dodged the tourist traps. Now it's time to blend in a little and not look like you just fell off the tuk-tuk. Cambodia is friendly, but knowing a few cultural basics will take you from tourist to respectful traveler with a clue real quick. Let's start with how to greet. The Cambodian sampia is a polite gesture, palms together like a prayer, small bow. Use it when saying chom reap suor, hello, or al kon, thank you. You don't need to nail the pronunciation. Just trying gets you points. Also, don't touch people's heads, even kids. It's sacred, not adorable. Now, the food. Yes, you'll see a mock and noodles and BBQ skewers, but don't sleep on the street food. It's cheap, flavorful, and surprisingly safe if you go where locals go. That water bowl of kuitiv noodle soup at a roadside stall. It might just ruin all future noodles for you. And pro tip, if something looks spicy, it probably is. Cambodians don't mess around with their chili. A quick etiquette crash course. Shoes off when entering someone's home, or even some shops. It's not optional. Also, cover your shoulders and knees when visiting temples. This isn't the time to debut your festival outfit. And whatever you do, don't point your feet at Buddha statues or rest them on furniture. In Cambodia, feet are considered the most disrespectful body part. Yes, really. All right, now that you can eat like a local, greet like a local, and not get side-eyed by a monk, let's talk about the big one, money. Specifically, how to not blow it all before you even hit the islands. Budget hacks, coming in hot. Budget tips, and how to travel smart, ballin' on a reel. Budget Cambodia is affordable, yes, but it's also sneakily good at draining your wallet if you're not paying attention. Between tuk-tuk surprises, overpriced Western meals, and souvenir shops that scream tourist tax, a little strategy goes a long way. First rule of saving money, eat local. Not only is it delicious, but you can literally get a meal for $1.50 that tastes better than something 5 times the price in a TripAdvisor certified cafe. Street stalls, food courts, and local markets are your best friends. And if a place has laminated menus with flags on them, you're probably overpaying. Accommodation hacks? Look for guest houses and boutique hotels instead of big-name chains. Many include breakfast, Wi-Fi, and an owner who'll tell you where to get the best $3 massage. If you're feeling fancy, splurge in Siem Reap. It's touristy, but the value for mid-range stays is chef's kiss. Outside of major cities, even $10 or $15 a night gets you clean, comfy, and culturally charming. Don't forget transport. Skip private taxis and hop into shared vans or local buses between cities. They're reliable-ish, cheap, and honestly part of the adventure. And always ask locals what something should cost before you pay. Because no one wants to realize they just paid $5 for a 90-second tuk-tuk ride you could have walked. All right, wallet secured, trip optimized. Let's bring it all together. Time to wrap this up and make sure your Cambodia experience is less rookie mistake and more travel legend. Let's go. So there you have it. Everything you need to know before visiting Cambodia in 2025. From dodging tourist traps to discovering hidden gems, you're now fully equipped to travel smarter, spend less, and actually experience Cambodia, not just skim through the guidebook version. With just a little prep and a sprinkle of curiosity, Cambodia becomes so much more than temples and tuk-tuks. It's budget-friendly, full of wow moments, and chaotic in the best possible way. Skip the tourist conveyor belt and dive into the good stuff. The back alleys, the night markets, the waterfalls no one's geotagged yet. If you're into travel hacks, hidden gems, and brutally honest guides that tell it like it is, with a few laughs along the way, hit that subscribe button and join the squad. And hey, if Cambodia's blown your mind, wait until you see what's waiting in Egypt. Check out my next video. Must-do things everyone should experience in Egypt, not just the pyramids. Trust me, you're gonna want that one too.